And it's said that the Renaissance in Europe was started by 100 souls who were willing to incarnate 100 years ahead of their time. So there's a saying that an initiate is not the result of evolution, but the cause of it. That when we are vibrating, you imagine being a Beethoven or a Mozart or something where that music is in your being and you're living in peasant Germany. What the fuck do you do with that? So we all have our version of that, where something is singing inside us, some sound of the future that we are not getting reflected from our world. And normally the two things that happen for people in that case is either their soul starts to leave because it didn't come here for this, in which case they just settle down to a very small part of what they could be so that they can survive, or they break out in some form of genius in some particular tradition, or they become a rebel and fuck you. A lot of the friends that I had at school in my incarnation that I thought had potential to be bright souls in the world, none of them made to 30. They were all dead by 30. Because there's something in them was so alive that they couldn't fit in, but they weren't integrated enough to know that that was okay. So there's a whole generation of people, and still now, one of the beautiful things and terrible things about souls coming into incarnation now is they're coming in so fiercely connected to their spirit that they won't give up. And New Zealand, for example, has the highest teenage suicide rate in the world. And if happiness was about a beautiful country, amazing landscapes, good standard of living, good chance to get on the mortgage trail, then why would young people be killing themselves here more than just about anywhere else in the world? And for me, the answer is because they're not just here to live the old dream of survival. They're actually souls that are incarnating in here and other places in the world where it's emerging are bright, powerful beings that would rather die than fall asleep. And through their death, awakening whole generations through grief and everything else to something that's more important than the mummification of a society that's decaying now around its materialism. So the human spirit is more powerful than life and death. And the soul has a more powerful journey than whether your personality is happy or not. And strong souls will radically change your life anyway. So as you all know on your own journey, when it's time, there's fuck all you can do to stop it. Because it's powerful. Something inside you starts to beat and call you to something more than you are.